What's good, my baby? It's DivineDej and we're back with another video, period. As y'all read by the title, it's about to get serious. I recorded this video once already, but the lighting wasn't good, for one. And for two, I was kind of iffy about it because some stuff wasn't how I wanted it to go. So this is where we are. We chilling, we looking chill, that's it. This is my first story time. It's probably gonna be a little long. I know some people wanted to hear the story. So, and I asked Instagram and I asked Snapchat and people wanted to hear my story, so I'm gonna tell my story and that's it. Without further ado, because I don't want to make this too long, let's get into this video. My first story time. Okay, so some people don't know, and you probably read the title like, what are you talking about? So I was shot in 2000. Let's start off with the day. Christmas Day, December 25th, 2016. What year is it? It's 2020. It's 2020 and it's about to be December again. So we coming up on 4 years since I've been shot. Time was approximately 10 o'clock at night, 9:30, 10ish. So I'm gonna start off by saying I was shot by my Nana's husband, and I do not associate myself with him. Nana, I love you because she watches my videos. I love you so much, but him, no. There's many reasons why I do not like him, and this is one. This is basically the last straw of why I don't like him. People say, so that's your step grandpa because he is married to my Nana, but no. If anybody asks, I'm gonna say that's my Nana's husband because I don't associate myself, my life, nothing with him at all. So yeah, I was shot by my Nana's husband. Given a little backstory, he has been, I don't want to say a troublemaker, but he has been not toxic. He just toxic and on so many different levels, but just you get it. If you get it, you get it. That's it. He has done things to my mother, other family members and stuff like that. So I just do not respect him at all. Since I was little, people tolerate him because Nana bring him around. So that is him. We're gonna start with the story. December 25th, Cavs were playing, the Cavs. And y'all know Kyrie Irving is my favorite basketball player. So me, my dad, all of his friends and our family, we were watching the game. Christmas is always held at my house. So everybody was at my house. Everybody was drinking, you know, eating, just having a good old time. My mom had just got surgery, so she was in her room most of the day. We were watching the game. Cavs won, and usually all of the men go in the basement, you know, drink, watch other stuff and stuff like that. They were downstairs. Now I personally do not know what happened downstairs, so I cannot say what happened. I can't give no story about what happened downstairs. All I know is that me, my mom, my Nana, my cousin, older cousin, my brother was in his room playing the game, my god sister, and my god brother, which was baby. Okay, so the first thing that happened was myself, my mom, my Nana, my older cousin, and my great-grandmother, we were all in the kitchen. We heard some arguing downstairs, and it was one of my older cousins that I haven't seen in a minute. So I don't know if he arguing because he has a high-pitched voice. So my mom was like, hey, that's what's his name, I'm not gonna say his name, but that's what's his name down there yelling, he arguing, whatever. So I'm I don't know, because I really didn't know that they was arguing. So she and my older cousin went downstairs and I'm looking. So then when I look, I see that my Nana's husband was moving and arguing and stuff like that. And I know when he argued, so I know he was, you know, doing too much. But yeah, he was trying to get at my cousin and somehow he got knocked back. And my mom hit him, not hit him, but you know, ran into him on accident. She said sorry to him. So then after that, I went and took my baby cousin because they had just got there not too long ago, and he was in his little car seat. So I took his car seat and put it in my room just in case they was gonna be like coming upstairs and bringing stuff into the living room and all that kind of stuff. So I took it upon myself to take my god brother into my room. I came back out. When I came back out, he was coming up the stairs. So he came up the stairs, he walked into my nana, and my nana was like, go outside and wait till I come outside, and I'm about to go get my great grandfather, because at that time he was alive and she was taking him home. So she was like, I'm gonna go get him, you wait outside. So she goes. So when he goes outside, I tell her, I take it upon myself for my safety, lock the door just in case he come in here and he try to do some extra stuff, because he is like that. He gonna do too much and he fight. She locks the door, and not even 10 seconds later I hear pop 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 pop. So at first it didn't click in my head like that's a gunshot, but then after like the second pop, then I'm like, oh snap, like something is happening. So my god sister, which was like 2 at the time, she was right in front of the TV. So I grab her, and it's like right here. So I'm grabbing her this way so that she go back. And when I pick her up, I'm taking her to go take her into my room. But I missed my room and took her into my mom's room. Excuse me. Vanilla bean frappuccino with 2 pumps of white chocolate. It's gonna change your life. Anyways, I take her into my mom's room. The first thing I do when I set her down is I see blood. Now I see it on her, and I'm like, oh snap, she's shot. So then I'm looking at her, and then I look down, and then my arm is dripping. So I'm like, oh snap, like I'm shot. So then I go to my older cousin, Jasmine. I miss you so much. I go and tell her, I'm like, I'm shot, and I'm like, I didn't even say like I'm shot. Like I was screaming. I was like, I'm shot. Like, oh snap. So then she like, what? So then she started crying. And then we go, and I'm like, Mom. Like I'm screaming my mom's name, because I think she's still down in the basement trying to figure out what happened down there. So I'm screaming her name, and then I guess my nana went to like the basement, because she was right in front of the door. So if she was still in front of the door, she could have got shot too, but we're not even gonna talk about that. Tyler was like, he's shooting. My mom comes up, and by this time she think I'm shot like in my body or whatever, because I'm jumping up and down like I'm shot. I'm in shock. So like it didn't even hit like, Deja, calm down and just like talk. So then she like, Deja, what is wrong? Like what, like where are you shot? And I'm like, in my arm. So then she tries to take me into the living room. I'm like, why are you taking me into the living room if he's shooting into the living room? You want to try taking me out there to get shot again? Anyway, she wasn't thinking, so I love you for that. But I take her back into my room. She like holding my arm or whatever, calling the police at the same time. Jasmine's mom, which is my cousin. I hope you don't care if I say your name. She had a belt. She was like, I need a belt so that it can stop the bleeding. So she wraps a belt around like the top of my arm, and at this point I really felt like I was about to pass out. And I don't know if anybody has ever felt that feeling, but it's like your eyes are like low, and it's like I'm about to pass out. So I'm like, it's too tight. So she loosened it up a little bit. My mom is on the phone with the police or whatever, so she like screaming like, he white, he's 6'4", blah blah blah. And all that kind of stuff. So fast forward to the police get there. One of the police officers come into my room with his huge, ginormous gun on his freaking arm, and he was trying to get a tourniquet around my arm. If you don't know what that is, it's like the blue thing that go around your arm so it can, like, you know, squeeze the veins. After that, they took me on a gurney. Not gurney. It is a gurney. They take me on that, and then I go into the ambulance. Story time about the ambulance. Them people didn't know what they were doing. And I went to, is it Oakwood? I went to Oakwood Hospital. They did not know what they was doing. They was trying to get a IV in my hand to get medication in me so that I didn't feel anything. Oh yeah, let me tell you about that. Because everybody asks, did it hurt? 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 And my answer is always, it did not hurt when it first happened. Like when I Like, I didn't even know I was shot until I looked down because so much adrenaline was going in my head. And it's not my first time hearing gunshots, but it's just like when you in the moment and you like you right there, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, your brain just goes. I had so much adrenaline that I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it until when I told Jasmine. When I told Jasmine that I was shot, then it started like feeling, and it's like, I don't even know, like a throbbing. I can't explain it, but yeah. So they got an IV in me so that I could have no pain. I get to the hospital. Let me show a picture. Should I show a picture? Just in case. That's me at the hospital, drugged up. I was in the hospital for a good 5 to 6 hours. The main reason I was in the hospital for so long was because 1, they took 5 years to give me a dang on x-ray. 2, to take out the dang on bullet, because they had to take it out. Well, first they seen that it didn't hit a bone or anything like that. So that was a good thing, so that he made sure that he could take it out without doing a whole bunch of surgery and all that kind of stuff. So he just took it out right there, had a whole bunch of anesthesia in the spot that I was shot in. I can show y'all it. I use my Apple Watch or my watches. I use all that to cover it because it don't look good. It's just it. Can y'all see? That's it. And the only reason it looks so nasty is because he said I don't want to stitch it tight so that it can heal from the inside out, which I understand. But it just looked nasty now, so I wanted a tattoo to cover it. But since I want to be a nurse, that tattoo would not work. After we left the hospital, we had to stay with my uncle because my house was like a crime scene investigation. Because, let me tell y'all this. The reason that my house was a crime scene investigation was because, listen, most of the people in my family are licensed gun holders. So, he had a gun, she had a gun, he had a gun, he got it. Most of the people left their guns in their car. But my god sister, which I didn't tell y'all her, she got grazed in the cheek. And she has like a little scar. Yeah, I think it'll be gone by the time she gets older. But her dad shot back at my nana's husband. Yeah, and he got shot. So our house was a crime scene investigation because they couldn't find his gun. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Everything was messed up because the police not even raided, but they were just messing up everything. Moved our TV, moved everything. Everything was just messed up. And we had to clean all that up after we got back to my house. I felt like a celebrity because all of the news people kept coming to our house, knocking on the door, and my mom would be like, don't answer the door, don't go outside, I don't want you to be on TV for the wrong reasons. Blah, blah, blah. Went answer the door. Miss Nicole. That's not her name, I'm just saying. Let's go into the next days so I can tell y'all about my friends. First of all, my friends didn't know I was shot because I had no service in that dang hospital. I think that night, because someone told my best friend, she didn't know I was shot, so when she texted me, she was like, are you okay? And all that kind of stuff. She tried to come and see me, but at that time, like, I was about to leave the hospital, so I was like, I'm alright. So the person I was talking to, I wasn't even talking to him. One of the boys that he texted me. This was the first time, and the only reason I remember this because it was the first time. He said, I love you, because he thought I was dead. He was like, I hope you're asleep right now. Or whatever. So yeah, that's the only reason I remember that text message. Cause yeah, everybody remember that. I love you text. And my friends were very supportive and really loved me. And I really appreciate them so much. I really appreciate my mom, because she was there through it all. My dad, my brother, sister, all of y'all. I love y'all so much. My cheer team at that time. Some people said I shouldn't have told this story just because they felt like somebody could use it against me, but I don't feel like that. If my story could help anybody else, because I know I'm not the only person that has ever been shot, especially at a young age, this could help anybody. And I know I'm not nowhere right now, but in the long run, it could help somebody. Maybe I could write a book about it or something. And if it doesn't, it probably helped me to talk about it, because I have horrible horrible PTSD and anxiety. It's what comes with it. And one day, it'll be better. I know you're not supposed to have regrets, but I feel like the only what the heck is wrong with me? I feel like the only regret I would have would be speaking at his sentencing. He got sentenced 12 years, but I had a chance to go to his sentencing court date, and I feel like that is one of my biggest regrets, not talking, because I feel like it haunts me now more than ever, which I don't understand because it's been almost 4 years since it happened. But now I have like bad dreams. I have to talk to a therapist and all that kind of stuff now, and I feel like it's because I didn't take that chance to say to him how I felt. The chance to say that I forgave him, and I feel like that is what is making me have these bad dreams and have flashbacks and waking up in the middle of the night and thinking about bad things and nervous about everything. And I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why, even though I say it, even though I feel it, like I feel like if I would have went to that court date and I would have said it, it would have made it easier. But it's okay. Or one day I'll be able to have that chance, but I just can't see. Like I've written notes, I've written letters and wanted to send it to him or give it to my Nana because she still sees him, but I just threw that away. Don't want to talk to him on the phone, even though he tries to when my Nana's on the phone with him. I feel like it's so hard. It's just difficult trying to figure out what I should do in this situation. One day I will accept it and move on from it, but yeah, I'm sorry if it was too long, and if you ever have any questions about that, you can always ask me because I'm very open and honest about what happened. That's it. That's all for this story time. Y'all can catch me in the next video though. Make sure y'all keep watching. I love y'all so much. Comment down below any video ideas you want to see so that I can do those for y'all as well. And yeah, y'all have a great holiday season. With love from DivineDej, myself.